Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world.
What's up, everybody? This is Ted Karras for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy Hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
Stripes. He's a real one.
What's up, guys?
Right.
What's up?
And here I am, man.
What's up?
Monday, back in the Natty.
Fresh off of vacation, and then you worked all weekend, so
I'm still eating saltwater. I mean, it's not saltwater. It's probably like river water taffy.
There you go,
down
man.
in Gatlinburg, they got rivers. Like Greg said.
But yeah. So we have football this week. Bengals football.
We do?
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday night. Cincinnati Bengals versus Philadelphia Eagles. Preseason game 1. I don't expect to see the starters, but who knows, right? Maybe they get out there because I don't think they'll play game 3. So maybe they do give Burrow and company one series this week and then maybe 2 or 3 series week 2. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I bet they do because Zach made it an emphasis to say that he's going to play the starters more. And I think that like right out the get, man, first game, put him out there for a series or a little bit.
Yeah, I think they'll play today, like you said. They'll probably play way more the second game. The second game, they'll probably play till halftime. That's my guess. If I had to guess this, probably at the most, what do you think? First quarter, maybe 2 or 3 drives? Or
1.
In game 2? Game 2 is when I could see them maybe going 2 drives. Like right. I would say 2 drives for the offense. Maybe the defense gets a little more just because, Al Golden, new coach, a lot of, some new players in there. Trey's not here. I don't know. Maybe they get a quarter for the defense, but I don't know. Game 1, like Dustin says, he don't think the starters will play. I could see it going either way. I could see them setting the starters week 1 and just being like, hey, we'll get guys out there week 2 because they weren't getting any of these guys any playing time. So neither would surprise me.
Yeah, like I say, here's how they win in the preseason. Nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Well, too late for that. Mike Gesicki pulled a hammy, and Mims got something going on with his hand. I mean, nothing major, so that's good.
Major.
I think Mims – see, I'm actually worried about the Mims because, like, he's had the injury history, but also, like, he didn't have a full club on, but he had it wrapped, and he's got the thumb. Like, he might have a broken freaking thumb. And, I mean, that's what he's – part of his strength as an offensive tackle is literally his strength and his hands and his length. And, just getting hands on guys and locking them down. And if you're hitting these dudes and you've got a broken finger, like that's going to be tough. So, and then like, if he has to miss time, Jalen Rivers does not look good backing him up.
No.
And he's a 5th rounder. He's a rookie. And, it's not trying to shit on the guy. I still think that was a good pick. I think he should honestly get a shot at guard too. But I'm going to be worried if you got to put Jalen Rivers out there for a month or 2 of the season as your primary guy protecting Joe Burrow, like what, or Devin Cochran, like Jackson Kirkland. None of those, along with potentially Cody Ford or Lucas Patrick at right guard, excite me for the right side of the line. So if I was the Bengals, I'd be going out looking for a veteran swing tackle.
Here's an idea. Get a veteran guard, and have Cody Ford be the swing tackle, which he was good at, and not rely on him be the guard. But what the hell do I know?
If Mims is hurt, he's not the swing tackle. He's the tackle. If Mims is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like Cody Ford is the right tackle if Mims is hurt, not the swing tackle. I don't want that.
Maybe.
I mean, and that's if Lucas Patrick stays healthy, I mean, I know he was back at practice too. And then we also have Matt Lee, who hasn't practiced yet at guard. So there's just a lot of questions already on that offensive line. And that scares me, like, cause it's, we just want to have Joe protected and everyone to be healthy, but you can't always have that. So depth's good. We like some of the depth they got, but some of the depth becomes starters real quick. And then we're going, oh shit, this isn't good.
Yeah.
So
Man, I get super fucking excited about this offense, and I'm like, there's no way they can stop us. And then I think about the line, and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
that's the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dustin Croft with a super chat here. Theory on preseason. Should actually play game 3. There's 2 weeks between the last preseason game and game 1. That is 3 weeks and no live action. If not, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's not a terrible thought, but I think they ramp up those practices. And it's also for anyone that's dinged up in preseason by having that preseason game 3 off plus the break before. But the way we start slow, I'm kind of, and the Bengals should be open to literally anything.
Right.
Things up, and how they do things.
I think the defense will play a lot because it's a new defense. I think Al Golden will have the defense out there in preseason. I'll bet they play more than the offense for sure. Yeah. I mean, the offense, the only question mark is pretty much the line. But the defense, it's all brand new.
Yeah. And CTB's been out. That's another guy that's been out. So you've seen more DJ Ivy, obviously Josh Newton. Dax Hill officially listed. I mean, it's tough on these depth charts, but at the same point in time, it looks like Dax Hill's been practicing in the slot. He's listed on the depth chart in the slot / nickel. I think that's where he's going to play. And I think, DJ Turner's had some ups and downs through this camp, but at the same point in time, you do have Josh Newton, you do have DJ Ivy, but you need to get Cam Taylor-Britt healthy. And, that's another position that real quickly you could be down on depth going, oh, what the hell? You get a couple injuries like you had last year, and you got Marco Wilson out there as a starter who's also been injured during camp. So
I know Greg's against it, but maybe we should get a veteran in here.
Yeah, I know. I've thought that before.
Hey,
Greg
gets
so mad when we say that.
That is a great idea, Chop. Chop, is your name Stephon Gilmore?
Maybe so.
Maybe
Glad I can talk you into it, Greg.
I'm more open to Asante Samuel Jr. I know he's had injury histories, but I'm more open to him also, probably more than him, exactly.
I'm be honest. I just want a guard.
Yeah, me too.
Just want a guard.
I'll take all the depth and talent because, I mean, injuries do happen. So Asante Samuel Jr. has been a really good player. It's just a matter of if he's healthy. Then obviously I'd be excited if they went out and looked for Will Hernandez, Dalton Risner, Brandon Scherf, do you want to play? Because that's part of it.
Rank those 3 guards. Like, say if you had between Hernandez, Scherf, and Risner from 1 to 3, like your number 1, you want the most, number 3, you don't care, but he's your 3rd on your list.
I mean, 1 for me would be Scherf because I think he's the best pass blocker of the 3, and we pass the ball a lot. So I want him pass protecting for Joe Burrow. 2 would be Will Hernandez. He's played right guard. He's played it at a pretty high level, been a starter in the league. And then 3 would be Dalton Risner because he's just mainly played left guard. So for that reason, I think Fairchild's kind of got that spot. I would lean toward the 2 right guards. But if you got Dalton Risner, I also would not be upset. And you want guys that can play both sides, obviously.
Yeah.
How old is Hernandez, though? Isn't he a younger guy?
I know Will Hernandez is 28, I believe. How old is Will Hernandez?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's approaching 30, and
29.
Scherf's already in his 30s. Yeah.
I would.
He'll be 30 on September 2nd.
Just for me, I would put him at the top position because we could sign him for 2-3 years. Yeah. Scherf, it's a 1-year deal. Risner, probably a 1-year deal.
But he'll be 30 September 2nd.
Yeah, and then like Dustin's talking about, surprised the 3 guards, but not been linked to anybody. I mean, we know Hernandez just came off, so you would expect that to pick up. Risner, for whatever reason, no one signs until the season starts. It's the weirdest thing ever. And then Scherf, I just don't even know if he wants to play football. So it's hard to really talk about Scherf too much, until either something happens, like he signs, or you hear him taking visits, or he still wants to play. But and I haven't heard if the Eagles are playing their starters. Obviously, if they're playing their starters, it would be nice for us, even if it was a series with Trey out. I would love to see Miles Murphy, Joseph Osai, Shamar Stewart, all those guys going up against the Philadelphia Eagles line, Jordan Mailata. And I don't think it'll happen. Lane Johnson, like what incentive do they have to play Lane Johnson in preseason week 1? Or, I can't see the Eagles doing it, but it would be nice for our defense to go up against those guys, in my opinion.
I tell you what, though, man, speaking, you brought up the defense still. Shamar Stewart, one thing I want to see with him, I want to see him line up all over the place. They've just been raving about him. He had a good practice Saturday. He's just been kicking ass ever since. That's what I want to see.
Who was it, Greg? I was reading the comments.
Matt Lee was told to put on weight, but
Matt Lee?
Shamar Stewart. He was talking about Shamar Stewart.
Shamar Stewart. All right.
Yeah, Stewart.
Well, I mean, he looked good at Texas A&M too. It's just like, please God, someone teach him how to tackle.
Yeah, to finish, right? He's got to finish.
He's been disruptive. If you can just get disruptive, I'll take it. But yes, you got to finish. Yes.
No, I got no questions about disruption. Just like put somebody on the ground, you know. And I agree that disruption helps. It helps, especially if you got Trey to clean up. You know what I mean? But if he can just learn how to tackle, he could be like his NFL comparison was Myles Garrett. You got to learn how to tackle if that's what you want to be.
Yeah. Well, there's also another part of that too, like getting upfield, getting pressure. It is great. And disruption. Yeah. Obviously, I want to see pressures, but this was something on his tape. If he's not finishing, and also what he would tend to do is get too far upfield, and then just the play would go right by him because he's too far upfield. And that's how big plays happen. So that's something I'll be watching in preseason when he's playing, because you still like, it's great to create pressure and get back there, but you've got to almost like be able to control yourself a little bit to then finish the tackle or finish the play or keep your assignment of actually, you know, holding the edge. You don't want, like, let's say Jalen Hurts is playing and Stewart gets too far upfield. Well, here comes Hurts scrambling out for a 20-yard gain, you know, on a big third down. Like, I know this is preseason, but that's the type of stuff that is something from his Texas A&M tape, I think, that he needs to improve. So, and we'll see. But he has looked really good so far in practice. And I like him playing it, kicking inside and causing disruption from there because he's a freak. There's no two ways around it. Like athletically and size-wise, he's just an absolute freak. And we'll hear about Matt Lee. He said, so Matt Lee was told to put on weight, but Jake Lisco said I was wrong about him being told he could play guard. I haven't heard anything either way about any of that, Will, to be honest. And he's not practicing, so there's really no way to know right now. Like, and if he can't get on the practice field, does he even have a spot secured on the 53, to be honest? You know, I know we all love Matt Lee, but he's a 7th-round pick, and they brought in Andrew Rahm, and they brought in Seth McLaughlin, who I don't even know if he's practicing, but I'm just saying, like, Matt Lee's got to get back on the field to even make the 53 before he camps out, in my opinion. Yeah. But I like Matt Lee. It's, once again, not shitting on Matt Lee. Just,
well, Dale, since we're talking offense, I'll tell you what, man. When I was at the practice Saturday, it seemed like it was back and forth. Isaiah Williams, Charlie Jones, Isaiah Williams, Charlie Jones. Each and every one of them was making a big play. I still like the Isaiah Williams type deal, but Charlie Jones, he's not giving up, man. It's going to be a very interesting battle, but those two definitely caught my attention Saturday practice.
Yeah, and I'm the leader of the Isaiah Williams hype train. So he's looked fantastic. He's younger. He's been more healthy, obviously being younger, you know, but even through college, Charlie Jones dealt with a lot of injuries. They may keep 6. They may keep them both. But if it comes down to keeping 5, because Tanner Hudson's a guy who's looked good out there. You brought back in Noah Fant. If Gesicki, you know, we're assuming will be back healthy by week 1, but you never know. Hamstrings can be tricky. But if all those guys are healthy, maybe you keep Cam Grandy as another blocker. You keep 5 tight ends again this year. You keep 5 wide receivers, you know. So you've got 10 weapons, you know, 10 potential pass catchers, but they're not 6 wide receivers, 4 tight ends. You go 5 and 5. No, I think everything's on the table. And obviously Charlie Jones has to make plays in preseason games. So does Isaiah Williams. And stay healthy. Can he stay healthy through the preseason while he's in there getting game reps? Like, he has to do that to even be in the conversation to me. But Isaiah Williams right now, he's looked good out there with Joe Burrow. He's looked good with Jake Browning. He's just making plays, and he's been a good return man too. So I'm very excited for Isaiah Williams.
Is he doing good with the quarterback that Greg hopes starts the season for us, Desmond Ridder?
I mean, I think he's so far above Desmond Ridder because Desmond Ridder is so far down that depth chart. What? He don't get any targets from Isaiah Williams.
Right.
He don't. You know,
we've seen targets in the preseason, Dale.
Hey, we'll here's an idea. Why don't they just keep 55 this year? It gives them an extra 2 men instead of like pushing, just going down to the 53.
Yeah, right.
I forgot this rule. If you keep a third quarterback, isn't there the thing they passed? It doesn't have to count against the 53-man roster or something. I thought
that's on game day, I think, isn't it? It does. It's just for the people that dress.
Yeah, I think you can. I don't know exactly the rule, to be honest, but I think you can have an emergency quarterback, but you may have to put them on your active roster. I don't know for sure. You know, maybe a player that you can't. can't keep elsewhere. Because on game day, you can only have, 46 or whatever it is,
Right.
not 53 anyways.
And Dale, another one. Your guy, Tosh Brooks, man. I thought that was J.F. Bernard out there receiving 25 at Tosh Brooks, man. Oh, my God. I am so excited for him.
Hey, who's been on the fucking Taj Brook hype train this entire fucking draft process?
Both of you.
There you go.
He was more Martinez. Were you more Martinez or Brooks?
I mean, I liked Martinez, and he went, even later, which surprised me. But yeah, I had Martinez a little higher, but I like both of them. And honestly, as a blocker, Taj Brooks, that was why. Like when Dan Pitcher talked about what somebody that could block, he was one of the better graded out blockers.
Yeah,
and he's exciting, man. He makes cuts for a guy his size you wouldn't expect him to make in the open field, and could give us a better element for short yardage, which we've struggled in too because he's just a bowling ball. So. I like it.
I wanted him for that 1 yard, and then to find out that he's doing a lot, doing a lot of pass catching and stuff like that's exciting to me.
Oh yeah,
it could, but I still think, I think it comes down to what they do in the wide receiver room too, because they've kept 3 running backs a lot. So, but I do feel like that room's pretty set. But hey, you got to make it through preseason, right? I mean, knock on wood there that everyone can stay healthy. That's the biggest thing with these games. But I'm always excited for the special teams guys, the back end of the roster, even filling out your practice squad. Practice squads are 16 players now. So there's a lot of guys I'm excited to see what they can do. Desmond Ridder throwing the ball to some of these 4-string weapons because that's where he's going to be playing at.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for the Taj Brookses of the world. I'm excited for the tight ends. Does Noah Fant get a little playing time here? Does Tanner Hudson, look good? Is Tanner McLaughlin, the forgotten man at tight end that they rostered on the 53? Can he do anything in the preseason to make us remember him?
I'll tell you what, Tanner Hudson, for the state he's in right now with the signing of Fant, he was making plays out there too Saturday. He's like, hey, I want to prove I can make this roster. Like you said, that we were talking about. It could come down to receiver or a tight end, Dale. Like, he was making big plays as well. He's up in the hype competition right there. So I'll give a little shout out to Tanner Hudson right there for that.
Well, they liked him. They liked him on the special teams last year too. So that's where he really could, make the push to make the roster. And then let's just assume the Eagles are not going to play starters. So some guys to kind of watch, some guys we've talked about over the last couple of years. Just looking at wide receiver, Chop's favorite guy, Terrace Marshall, is there from LSU. That a lot of Bengals fans have wanted, so he may get some playing time. Johnny Wilson, who they still have listed at receiver, I thought would eventually move to tight end. That's the kid from Florida State 2 years ago that's like 6'6", 6'7". The dude's
that's
big.
right.
Yeah, so he's still on the roster, so that could be fun to see that giant going up against some of our corners and safeties. Like maybe DJ Ivy, could make some plays on him with his length. So that's just some guys to watch on the offense. Obviously, they got some other young offensive linemen. A.J. Dillon, Will Shipley, a couple of running backs that could get playing time. Obviously, A.J. Dillon, big thumping running back that been in the league for a while, originally with the Packers. And then Will Shipley's the kid out of Clemson, dynamic pass catcher. I mean, he's shifty as can be. Didn't have much of a role last year necessarily for them, but a guy who can return, maybe be a third down weapon. So I'm excited to watch Will Shipley, just in a preseason game to see what he does for the
Derek
Eagles.
was really high. I remember Derek really wanted Will Shipley. I remember him talking about that.
Derek likes the white guys, apparently,
Hey, there's a guy there that I really wanted too, real bad. I'm interested to see how he does. Jihaad.
We're talking. Yeah, I was going to say if we're switching over to the defense now. So, Campbell. I'm assuming he's healthy, right? Because I think I've seen him at practice. I was trying to ask my buddy David, who I do that draft show with, but he hadn't got back to me. I probably, should have thought of that earlier and asked him sooner than 30 minutes before the show, considering he's literally covering the Eagles for his job. So that's on me. That's on me asking late, but I may have that answer, and we won't have a show before then. But I'm excited to watch him. Ty Robinson, defensive lineman down in Nebraska. There was some interest, we thought with him for the Bengals. I think they might have had a visit with him. So that's another backup on their roster. They picked up Josh Uche, who we kind of thought, hey, what this is the guy the Bengals should add for another edge rusher at the for the trade deadline and different things last year. But the Chiefs picked him up, and then didn't pick him up. They also have Andrew Makuba out of Texas, the safety. So it's another guy we'll probably see a lot of. The scheduled starter is Sidney Brown, Chase's brother. But maybe he's getting reps because maybe that's a battle. I think Makuba is a guy who could start pretty early in the NFL. So just a lot of fun matchups there. And Greg's favorite kicker of all time, Jake Elliott, still with the Eagles. So
I got his autograph right before they cut him for Fat Randy.
It's one of the worst decisions of all time.
I was so pissed off.
Right. Hindsight.
But yeah, who are you guys, for the Bengals, for the Eagles, for whoever, or what are you most looking forward to? Who are you most looking forward to for preseason game 1 this week?
I'm telling you, already know, man. My first pick, I was sitting there waiting on our pick. Please, God, get Jihaad Campbell, and they did not. So that is who, when I watch the game, if I'm on the Eagles side, I'm watching Jihaad Campbell. Although, I know we're talking about the Eagles, but I've been very excited about Demetrius Knight. He had a lot of good stuff talked about him. What about you?
If our starting defense plays.
Yes.
Yeah, Chop, I was just thinking of Jihaad Campbell. I'm waiting for Chop to say that. No, Jihaad Campbell, I'm excited to see too, Chop. See if he can stay healthy for the Eagles.
But, I hope he fucking sucks.
Yeah, I hope he sucks now, for sure.
Yeah.
He's a bust.
Did even Moore get drafted by the Eagles as well? Did even Moore get drafted?
He's Seahawk. He's a Seahawk or a Raider.
Different. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. And I don't pay attention for the Eagles, but I guess I'll say Shipley also. No, I kind of like Shipley coming out too. But for the Bengals, you could go many different ways. Screw it, man. I'm just going to say, like I said, I'm going to say Stewart, man. I want to see Stewart, like you said, Dale, see how he plays. I want to see him line up all over the goddamn place, like all the hype he's getting. I hear it with my ears, but I want to see it with my eyes.
Wait a minute. I want to see it. I thought we were talking just the Eagles, but if we're talking Bengals, fuck yeah, I want to see Stewart. And I also want to see Barrett Carter, and I want to see Demetrius Knight. Those are the ones I want to see. Also, I want to see Jordan Battle because I think that Jordan Battle is Al Golden's new Xavier Watts, because the way he was talking about him, he was like, he said, when he was talking about Jordan Battle, he was like, he has command of this defense. And I'm like, boom. That's why we didn't get Xavier Watts, because Al Golden sees that in Jordan Battle, who was a 4-year fucking captain in Alabama anyway. So maybe we're going to see the potential that Jordan Battle had. So I'm very excited to see that also.
Well, and I was thinking this player too, so me and Dustin's on the same wavelength. Joe Burrow mentioned this wide receiver, Mitchell Tinsley, who I'll be honest, don't know a lot about him. But if Joe Burrow's mentioning you because you're standing out at wide receiver, then you must be doing something right. So I'm excited to see what he does in a preseason game too. And Dustin's saying, Yossi is yesterday's news. He needs to get on this.
Yoshi who?
Mitchell Tinsley.
Yoshi was making plays too.
Yesterday. He's
Yoshi. Yeah, Yoshi's had a good camp from everything. I'm trying to keep up with the comments here. We got Jolly.
I want to bring up Miles Murphy. I want to go back to Miles Murphy. You look at Miles Murphy. Gosh, man. He's got all the physical traits. Has he been getting good reviews at Camp Dale? Have you been hearing? I haven't heard too much about him.
Who?
Murphy.
No, there's been like a couple reps here and there that you see, but it doesn't seem like he's being pointed out a ton. Doesn't seem like maybe he's not flashing as much as we'd like to see, but he's also, I don't guess, not doing anything, super negative either, that he's standing out.
Right.
So, I've seen a couple plays here or there, but we'll see, maybe the lights come on. But yeah, it's a big season. But he's also, you got to think too, he's probably going up against the ones all the time. Stewart's not always going up against the ones in a lot of these reps. He's going up against the Devin Cochrans of the world, the Jalen Rivers of the world, and second string interior O-line guys. And I'm not trying to, make an excuse here for why Miles Murphy isn't flashing more, but that's part of it, right? Until you see these guys like ones-on-ones or whoever you're out there against, you have to make plays. But at the same point in time, I want to see, just see how these guys do. You don't want to overhype guys too early. And a lot of people talking about Burton, Jermaine Burton is a guy, obviously we want to see him go out there and dominate, honestly, that's what I want to see, whether it's Browning, Ritter, whoever Peyton Thorne he's out there with, or Joe Burrow at times throughout the preseason. I want to see Jermaine Burton absolutely dominate this offseason.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, Burton they had in the punt return. I know Charlie Jones is listed as the punt return, but they seem like they have Burton return a lot more kicks, man. I'll tell you what, man. Burton, man, is like a microwave, man. He just heats up quickly when he starts running. Bam, just like that. What's up, Foxy? Hey, good seeing you Saturday, Foxy.
And T. Brookie says, the NFL mainstream media are giving the Ravens the AFC championship. I mean, they got to be the favorite, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they have less questions. They won it last year. So, I mean, a young offensive line that was really good for them is only going to be better again this year. I still have questions, obviously, about their receivers, but, they're a good, solid team. Good tight ends, good running back, obviously, and Derrick Henry. So I'm okay. And honestly, I like being the underdog. I don't want anybody talking about the Bengals. Don't have the Bengals as the favorites. Let the Bengals just get their defense right and make a hell of a run here. Because when we went to the Super Bowl, no one expected anything. So I like when they don't see us coming and we come up from the block. And you're always going to be talked about when you have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. But if they're talking about the Ravens, the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, even Shador Sanders or Dylan Gabriel, whoever. Talk about them all you want. We'll just quietly continue to get better and hopefully to see some improvement specifically on the defense.
Listen, I apologize. Just Lily came in here, was talking to me for a second, but you're right, Dale. And this team has always I don't care what era you're remembering, but the Bengals seem to have always played better with a chip on their shoulder and winning the underdog. So if nobody's talking about them, let that shit go. Don't talk about them. Although, when I watched the NFL Network this morning briefly before I went to bed, they weren't necessarily talking directly about the Bengals, but they sure in the hell were including the Bengals in their conversation. Like Brian Callahan is saying that Cam Ward is comparable to Joe Burrow. And then they were talking about Micah Parsons, and so that brought up the Trey Hendrickson stuff. So they're being talked about, just not directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you guys want to talk about?
I just want to say this, that's actually a no. Lily's my daughter, and I'm close to Kentucky, but not in Kentucky.
I just want to say, I have a buddy of mine who's a Cowboys fan, and I was just saying, look, man, it's going to be all right. But I'm just saying, Dave Mulligetta, man, is not going to cave in or anything. It's like with the whole Michael Parks situation. So I try to be as good as I can with them. Like, you're fighting a losing battle with Dave Mulligetta, your Cowboys are.
Bro, this morning, Brunswick, one of the security guards, he's a Vikings fan. He's come down to the tailgate before. He gets there to work today, and he's like, man, I heard you guys are fixing to do a big trade, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, who? And I was like, trading Hendrickson away? And he was like, yeah, for Parsons. And I was like, bro, you're full of shit. I said, there ain't no fucking way that's happening. I said, first of all, the Bengals ain't paying fucking Micah Parsons because he's going to get $40 million a fucking year.
42 million, no more than 40.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're not paying him. And he's like, well, he said he doesn't want to be the highest paid. And I said, horse shit, until he gets traded and somebody else is going to pay it. Yeah, he wants his money. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would get excited for that, though. Can you imagine if Shamar Stewart lived up to what Al Golden thinks he can, and you had Micah Parsons? That's like the same as Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on our defense.
I mean, I love that
happen.
Parsons, but
go ahead.
I mean, we'd have to get rid of, along with Hendrickson, we talked about this right, a first, second round pick. I'm just sorry.
Oh, yeah, it involved like first round pick too. But if you're a first round pick for Micah Parsons, come the fuck on. Hell yeah, here you go. Here.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be more than that. Chop, it would be more than that. I think they'd ask for two first round picks almost.
Maybe.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I gotta tell you though,
I was gonna say also with everyone's favorite agent, new favorite agent, Shamar's agent, James Cook in Buffalo now is setting out of practice after originally practicing, and he represents him. So, yay. He said, I got Shamar done. Let me go fuck up somebody else's organization.
I heard Baby Gronk also is not making any more videos right now.
He's demanding more money to be who knows what that is. That is, oh, man. That shit's annoying. But, some other players I'm looking forward to seeing. Dejon Anthony is one. I know we talk about Tyson Anderson, and we know he's a special teams guy, and Tyson Anderson has made some interceptions, some plays. during preseason. But Dejon Anthony, right? Because he hasn't got a lot of playing time since that one Chiefs. I don't even want to call it a mistake because I just thought it was a bad call. Can he regain his confidence here in the preseason, make some plays? So I'm excited to see Dejon Anthony.
So am I. And Muma Jean Meta, is that right?
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Well, and Shaka Hayward, right? For that fifth linebacker spot, I think it's a big battle in special teams and on the field at linebacker.
Yeah. I think we got some dudes that are going to be cut. They're going to be swept right up by other teams, to be honest. He said Hitler? No, Hiller.
Hiller. Yeah, Zach Hiller.
I think it's because David had said, or Jolly said Hitler's a total clown. And he's right. Both of them, Hitler and Hiller, both clowns. Pretty much, not to offend anybody, starts with the letter H, but we're not having a good showing so far.
Yeah.
So you might have to step up your game, letter H's.
And Lord Vaughn, is Stuart Kidd enough to turn the defense around? I mean, it's not single-handedly by any means going to be on him. A lot of it's Al Golden. It's the intensity that they're playing with. It's giving a lot of young guys chances. I think he can contribute, and as some other people mentioned in the chat here earlier, putting him inside, that's where disruption is so important on the inside. You're not worried if the quarterback breaks contain or whatever at that point near as much as you are if a guy's holding the edge. So I do agree with the people that was saying that earlier, and I think he can help. Right, you just want him to help. But obviously, a lot of it's going to fall on the secondary looking improved, which Al Golden's good at that. The linebackers look like they had kind of lost a step, and we got a new one in here, 3 new ones, to be fair, that are probably going to see playing time, along with Logan Wilson hopefully getting back into form. So I'm excited. And David, I think one of them do, Shaka or Meta. I think for that 5th linebacker spot, one of them will stick for special teams. I put Meta on my initial, but it's like a coin flip for me because I think Shaka's look good at every opportunity as well. Greg, what are you doing, Greg? What are you doing?
This is my flick off finger here. Every time I'm going to use that every time I get pissed off. I'm not the one flicking off. It is. There you go.
I just use my actual finger.
I use both of them, Dale.
You guys got all these middle finger toys. Like, what happened to just
middle finger toy?
What happened to just? I'm afraid where you guys put those middle finger toys.
Oh,
you don't know.
I'll tell you where I put that. I sent you that picture. Remember that picture I sent you?
On vacation? Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, see the tip? It's still got the stain on it.
Little brown stain.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
I got a bigger. Mine's bigger than Chop.
Oh, I know, Greg. I felt it. I mean, I've seen.
But football season is here.
Football.
Oh, Lord Vaughn's an Eagle fan.
Yeah, man. Hey, and you guys, obviously, man, congrats on the Super Bowl. Hell of a team.
No shit.
Absolutely.
And maybe you can answer my question if you guys have any starters playing, and if Jihaad Campbell has been practicing, because that's a guy, as Bengals fans specifically on this show, we were really open to get Jihaad Campbell. I think you guys got a hell of a steal there.
This guy, so bad. God, I wanted Jihaad Campbell. Speaking of linebackers, though, man, you guys were talking about setting the edge earlier, and I was listening to Al Golden say that, our linebacking core has been revamped. He's got linebackers in there that can play and set the edge, and so I'm really excited to see, because Al Golden was a linebacker coach before he went to Notre Dame. Al Golden coached the linebackers that we went to the Super Bowl with. You know what I mean? So I'm very interested to see that position and how that shakes out. And I know all the talk is going to Demetrius Knight, who's apparently in our chat because I saw the Dark Knight made a comment. But man, I am super excited to see Barrett Carter. I think for some reason, I just have this feeling inside of me he's going to be a bigger part of the defense than people think.
Even I was going to say, even if he's not, he's going to be a key guy on special teams.
Yes.
He's expected to play every special team position there is.
Yeah.
I just feel like Barrett Carter's going to be like that spy that they're going to have in there when we play like Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm. Greg.
What's up?
Like, me and Chop will talk for like 5 minutes, and then Greg's just sitting there playing with that finger and different.
No, okay. But I'll tell
you,
you
in another world today.
I'd like to bring. No, I'm sorry, guys. I was chopping up limbs all day with a pole saw and all that and stuff. I was
pole saw
all day. and stuff. So, but anyway, no, I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring up something, man. The back together thing Saturday, the practice at Paycor. Oh my God, just so cool to see the Bengals fans back there. It was a beautiful day. It was just so awesome to experience all the fans, man. I'm just so excited, just so fired up for the season, man. It was such a beautiful day out there, man. Got me so fucking fired up. That's one thing I will say also, too. Well,
I know it looked like a lot of fun, Greg. I wish I didn't work last night.
I missed you, you son of a bitch.
I know. I wish I didn't work last night, but I got to come back and make up all that money that we spent down there in Myrtle not Beach. Myrtle Beachless. Myrtle Beachless. That's what somebody called Gatlinburg.
Well, Jihaad has been too rough in camp, actually. They have been trying to tone him back. Well, I wish I would.
He's playing too rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there hurt. So he's playing. He's playing. He's just being a little too rough in camp. You got to dial him back, tone it down. Don't hurt your own teammates. That sounds like Vontez Burfict.
You're right.
Like that dude didn't have an off switch, like if it was football time, it was football time. My teammates didn't matter. I want to hit you. So, hey, I think that's a good thing, but I'm glad he's healthy, and I think he'll definitely be a piece. And he says Sirianni is notorious for not playing any starters in preseason. We were rusty last year due to that. Yeah, we can fill you on that. We don't typically do it, but we've talked about doing it. But yeah, so don't expect any Eagles starters week 1.
All right.
That's what it sounds like.
Not even the rookies? I wondered,
Well, Campbell, I don't think's listed as a starter yet.
Oh, okay.
But still.
I was not signing no autographs. I was not signing autographs at all. Sorry, that was Craig that was doing all that bullshit.
And also, Lord Vaughn, you're going to need Jihaad Campbell because of my boy.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chop likes Washington, so if you want to hate one of us more than the others, it's definitely
if you want to hate one of us more than the rest.
Well, no, Chops. Since we're talking Washington, are you concerned as that's your second favorite team? As a second Washington tier fan, are you concerned about Terry McLaurin?
Well, first of all, it's not my second favorite team. I don't have a second favorite team. I do love me some Jaden Daniels.
All right, yeah, but
I think that he's him, and I love him proving everybody what I said when he was going into the draft. It also helps when Kay Williams throws it at that fucking target thing and has a hissy fit because he can't hit it. But what was your question, Greg?
If you're a Washington fan, are you concerned about Terry McLaurin?
No, because this is it's August, it's early. Everybody's asking for a new fucking deal. Everybody wants Trey wanted traded off of the team. Micah Parsons wants traded off of the Cowboys. Terry wants traded off of the Washington Commanders. It's just how it goes. Myles Garrett, I'll never fucking play for Cleveland. Beep, beep, beep. The Brinks truck backed up. He fucking plays for Cleveland. I'm not worried because Washington just got this turned around. They don't have that big high-paid receiver. He's going to get that money.
Damn, Lord Vaughn throwing shots at you. But Dark Knight, I am not excited about the line, but I wish I felt better about it. The Mims injury has me very concerned, and then the depth behind it is scary to me. And also, I'm not loving the right guard situation.
He's a rookie last year too, Lord Vaughn, so get ready.
They gave him an easy path to the Super Bowl, 55-23, Chop. He calls him JD 55.
Yep.
They dropped 55 on them fools.
It worked. You won the Super Bowl. Congratulations. Have fun playing Jaden Daniels twice a year, every fucking year.
I don't know, man. I still don't trust that overall, front office. I know they have a new owner and stuff, but the stuff with McLaurin, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they do. We'll see if Jaden has that sophomore slump like T. Brookie was talking about. That's been a real thing.
CJ Stroud, look what happened to him. He didn't do terrible, but didn't he have kind of a sophomore slump?
I'm just going to say, I do not have any Commanders gear. I do not even have a Jaden Daniels jersey, and if I got one, I'd probably get his LSU jersey because my skin is allergic to anything but the colors black, orange, and white. I can't wear that fucking maroon shit with the yellow. It'll make my skin itch. I can't. I can wear the yellow with the purple, though. But I'm just excited. I do get excited to watch Jaden play.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else stood out for me in training camp. And like I said, watching I'll tell you what, Dax Hill made a hell of a pass breakup to T. Higgins. So Dale, I know we talked about this a bunch. Are you could you see Dax Hill moving back outside? I mean, DJ Turner, we talked about this. I know he's did well recently, but man, I'm nervous with him being one of the starting corners, man. I'd rather put, like we talked about, and I'd rather have Dax back at the outside corner, man.
Not me, because I've said I think his best position is in the slot. It's what he played at Michigan.
Okay,
I know he hasn't played it, but that's where I want to see Dax Hill, and I want to keep him there and let him be just an absolute menace from there. And you can still move him around, and you can just put him on different guys. He's played so many positions. He has so much versatility. You just use what you can with him.
Man, I don't know, man. It's just it's just sorry, Chop, don't kill me, buddy. But DJ Turner, man, I'm just scared to death about.
He'll be fine. But what I'm going to say is, like, the player on the defense that we need to worry about the most is Al Golden, the coach.
Yes.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my faith in Al Golden and say that he's going to help this defense switch around. All the reports out of camp from Joe Burrow are talking about how good this defense looks, how fast they are.
But Chop, you know what I do put my faith in? The Chop Shop in Midwest Best Part.
Hey, look, I got to tell you, Greg, if you the opener's all in orange. Boom, look at this, fucking orange.
Chop, hey, Chop, did you see my tweet? Dude, orange out, white out, black out, Chop Shop has you covered.
Got you.
He's ready for anything.
I got you.
He got you. He's ready for anything. I'm all good to go. I'm trying to do every Friday. I'm going to try to do every new Rule of the Jungle. I'm working my way up towards Matt Walker, but I still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, you're getting there. But
good luck with that.
Almost all my shirts come in black and orange, and then some of them I have specifically for like orange out. Like this one here, you can get orange out or white out.
Yeah,
so
I got the orange WBO one, and that came out really nice.
WBO.
Bengals World Order. Oh, BWO.
Oh, BWO. Bengals World Order.
The hell was I thinking?
I just woke up, Greg. Don't fuck with me.
No, I Chop, I'm tired from work today, man, so I'm out of it as well.
I heard you were messing with your pole in a tree.
Yeah, man, I was pole sawing everything. I almost had limbs hit my head and all that.
Is that what you call it, pole sawing?
Yeah.
That's a new. I've never heard that one.
I had never heard that either.
Pole sawing. You know what? Later tonight, I'm off tonight, so I might pole saw a little bit.
You have to extend the thing and raise it up. Sometimes it gets stuck, and you got to lube it to get to raise it up.
You have to lube your thing to get it extended.
Yes.
For your pole sawing.
Yes.
All
How
right.
do you guys think we have to get big high limbs? How do you think that happens? I climb up a tree and cut it with the chainsaw?
You should.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh, it's a chainsaw.
It's a chainsaw that you can extend.
Dale, did you know we were talking about chainsaw?
I don't know what he's talking about today. But anyways, Lord Vaughn says, Fangio, their D coordinator, is a bad MFer. Good luck to the offense. Good luck to Desmond Ridder, right? Like, and that's the thing. Maybe you do get Burrow a series, even if it's versus second team. I'll be curious to see if the Bengals, what they do in week one. And maybe they'll let us know ahead of time, but
man, I'm just excited to see football.
Yeah, me too.
Football.
I watched quite a bit of the Hall of Fame game, like almost all of it. And that
didn't the Chargers beat the crap out of Detroit?
Oh, it didn't matter. It's football.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. I was excited.
Football. Don't get me wrong. Look, man, especially Dale, since we've been friends, I really like the offseason more. You opened my eyes to show me about how exciting the offseason can be. And fuck you too, Greg. Trying to talk about the offseason. He's got his little middle finger extended.
Why's he doing that?
Damn. Anyway, I really enjoy the offseason, but man, I am salivating to see the Bengals play some contact football.
Yeah. And Trey Lance did ball out in that game for the Chargers. And I know, obviously, they have Herbert, but sometimes it's just having a guy that believes in you. And listen, I'm obviously, as a Buckeye fan, not the biggest Jim Harbaugh fan, but that's a guy who gets his players to buy in and believe in what he's doing. He's been good everywhere he's went. NFL with the Niners. Now, like we said, we thought he'd have the Chargers on the right path. And he's got Amarian Hampton now as a running back too. And I'm like, ooh, that guy could be good. So,
I think we're witnessing watching you make the change, bro. Like, you were an Ohio State fan, but you talk now about Jim Harbaugh. You talked a lot. You love DJ Turner. You talk about Chris Jenkins, how much you love him. And coming out of the draft, you wanted Mason Graham so fucking bad. I'm thinking maybe.
I like Kenneth Grant too. I like Kenneth Grant a lot.
Yeah.
And Will Johnson fell to the second round, the cornerback, and he is absolutely balling out for the Cardinals. Dustin Croft and I was talking about that earlier. And I was like, I kept him at 16th overall on my board. I know that he had an injury and they were worried about his 40 time because he never ran one. I stuck by my guy, Will Johnson.
Yep.
And now he's balling out in camp and probably going to be really good in a freaking steal that they got in the second round for the Cardinals.
Michigan's lightweight, your second favorite college team.
No, let's not do all that.
Hell no.
Now the Feldman Freak List came out for anybody that likes that stuff on The Athletic today. So you know who was the number one overall Feldman Freak this year. Back years it had been Nick Harbor for South Carolina, who's like 6'5", 245 wide receiver, like speed, height. But the production hasn't been there for him. He didn't win it 3 years in a row because there's this freak in Columbus, Ohio named Jeremiah Smith. And he was the Feldman Freak number one, Jeremiah Smith from the Ohio State University.
Yeah. You better say it with some oomph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got some making up to do, man.
Yeah. And number 10 on
just
that.
passed you up, Greg. Get busy. Step up
Number
your
10
game.
on that. Yeah. So Matt Walker just went in and bought shirts because Greg was calling him out.
Greg, I appreciate your sales pitch, and it worked.
Hey, it worked. Hey, it worked, Chop.
He must have bought like 3 because I saw the amount.
So Jeremiah Smith doesn't even turn 20 until after Thanksgiving, Chop.
Holy shit.
He had 76 catches as a true freshman for over 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns last year, helping Ohio State win the national title, by the way. Let's see. He is 6'3.5", 223 pounds. Let's see. He benches 225 pounds, 20 reps, 11-foot broad jump, 38-inch vertical, and GPS, he's been tracked at 23.5 miles per hour top speed.
That's fast. That's have been clocked at 2.3 miles per hour.
0.3, just 0.3.
And that was downhill, and I fell.
So, complete freak, Jeremiah Smith from the Ohio State University. There's some other good players on that list.
He was going to go to LSU and then decommitted.
No.
And went to Ohio State. Isn't there one that was committed to LSU and then decommitted and went to Ohio State?
I don't know.
Man, I swear I thought there was it was a quarterback. No, it was a quarterback because I think when he decommitted and went somewhere else, that's when Garrett Nussmeier decided to stay for the extra year.
I don't know.
I'm
drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Number 10 on the Feldman Freak List, another Ohio State Buckeye, Sonny Styles. This is a guy who's 6'4.5", 243 pounds, former safety linebacker, had 100 tackles last year, had 6 sacks. He's a dog. He's my number 2 linebacker entering the season in college football.
And in Cincinnati, we know something about linebackers that used to play safety, right?
Yeah.
Logan Wilson.
Jermaine Pratt.
Oh, I thought it was Logan Wilson. Didn't he play safety? He said Jermaine Pratt.
He played some wide receiver. Jermaine Pratt was at NC State, and he was a safety at first.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck was I thinking Logan Wilson for? Huh, my bad.
But
my
Logan Wilson played like wide receiver. He's a pretty good wide receiver in high school and stuff. So, yeah. Athletic. Good hands. I hope he gets back to getting those interceptions.
He's just what Al Golden's looking for. Al Golden, I think, is going to be a head coach one day. Just the way he talks, his mannerisms on thing. He talks like a head coach.
I don't want him to leave after. If he gets us to like 15th this year, that means we're probably making a good playoff run.
Yep.
Man, Al Golden could be a very hot head coaching candidate.
Yep.
I think Pitcher would get a head coaching job for him because they like to go for the younger head coach guys. Remember Lou Anarumo. Well, not now, but at the time, we thought he was going to leave. I'm just saying Al Golden's like in his late 50s. I'm just saying the NFL likes to mainly lean towards the younger guys. But I get what you guys are saying, and I hope the hell doesn't happen. I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying they like to lean towards these guys that are in their 30s or early 40s.
Yeah, Dan Pitcher's definitely a lot younger.
Yeah, I don't want
up-and-coming guy.
I feel like Brian Callahan did a good job, but I feel like personally Dan Pitcher took Joe Burrow to the next level.
Well, the whole offense, the way he uses Jamar, the way he moves around the receivers, it's definitely a big part of it.
I do not want Dan Pitcher to go, but like Greg said, it's going to be hard to keep him, man. Like, since he's taken over the reins of the offense, this offense has been super fucking high powered.
Well, I was talking to a buddy of mine. Let me ask you guys this. Zach Taylor's on the hot seat. Just say hypothetically, Zach Taylor is not here next year. Do you go with Dan Pitcher, or do you go with a defensive-minded guy? Because you have Joe Burrow that can lead your offense. I'm just saying hypothetically. Do you go with a defensive-minded guy as your head coach?
What would the Bengals do? Probably just promote from within, like you said, and they like Al Golden would be the head coach or something if they got rid of Zach because the offense sputtered this year. But if in this hypothetical world we have a bad season and Zach Taylor gets fired, what I would do is honestly clean house. Duke Tobin would be gone. I would get a new GM in and I would let them hire their staff. That is not the Bengals world, so that is not what they would do. But I'm saying if we miss the playoffs with Joe Burrow a third year in a row, it's time to burn it down, in my opinion, and burn it down from the sense of the people in the front office and the people on the coaching staff.
And the Browns. And
Blackburn. Sell the team. Make them. Force them.
Sell it to Elon. Who gives a fuck?
But we know this ain't reality, and Zach is probably very safe. And honestly, I hope he is, because I want to get back to the playoffs, and I want to make a run, and I want to be in the conversation for a Super Bowl. I don't want to be in the conversation for can they squeak out making the playoffs, So let's get this damn defense turned around.
Zach will pay off his mortgage here in Cincinnati. He's not going anywhere. Ask Marvin Lewis.
Yeah. Anything else, boys, before we end this one?
No, I'm trying to think.
Football.
Yes or no? Does Trey get signed this week?
Oh, I'm on the who gives a fuck train. I'm on the who gives a fuck train until it happens.
I will say no. I just think it's going to be one of those things. I've said it all along that we're going to probably a good chance of seeing him set out week one, unless the deal I still think could end up happening if he don't set out week one is that they give him like double his salary for this season, and they just compromise on that with a handshake agreement, which I don't know why you'd trust it if you were him, that they won't franchise tag him after this season.
You're right. There's no trust in that. I mean, but really, if you're Trey, what the fuck are you going to do? Like, you have to take the handshake and hopefully that they don't franchise tag you. You know what I mean?
Although, if it gets to that point. Now, I would just prefer, let's just get the extension, get him in here and have everybody happy. I just don't – I want to be wrong, but it's just the feeling I've had from early on is –
It's the goddamn Browns and Blackburns, Dale. They did it to us. They have programmed us to think like this. It's not our fault. It's them. It's not us.
Ignoring the head coach and the offensive defensive coordinator, what assistant coach or position coach has a lot to prove this year, in your opinion? I mean, not Peters, we could say. Let's get rid of Peters also. We talked too much about Peter. Besides Peters.
I mean, we got a new D-line coach, too, in Jerry Montgomery. So is that going to be improved? Because, the D-line's been a weakness on getting pressure. Now, I know – see, a lot of the defense – because I think about Charles Burks, the corner coach, too. Like, I thought that they wouldn't necessarily retain him. And they did, so they must like him or believe in him, or Al Golden still had some belief in him. But it's really all Al Golden on the defense, I feel like.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
Like, if you're going to pick an assistant, if it's not Scott Peterson, I would go with Jerry Montgomery. I mean, because it all starts with the line. If they can play good, then the rest, everybody can. The linebackers can play good. The secondary can play good. It's all about that fucking line. So, if you're going to pick an assistant, I would go with Jerry Montgomery. If you're taking out Scott Peters, Scott Peters would definitely be my number one.
Yeah, no, Montgomery, though, that's another good point. Who's our linebackers coach? I forget the guy's name.
Guy we brought in from the Saints.
Oh, that guy. I forgot. Yes.
I don't know about him. But once again, I think that's Al Golden, especially with how the linebackers play. But the D-line, and honestly, back to the Jerry Montgomery part of it, he really only coached, I believe, like the interior D-line guys or something. He didn't coach like the full D-line for Green Bay. It was very weird, the roles that he had there. I mean, that's what a lot of Packers fans said. So this is him having the reins to coach the whole D-line. So you hope that all these guys are improved, but how do they do? Who knows? And I think it would help if Trey was back, obviously, by week one. for this whole D-line. Another guy, too, we talked about Murphy not necessarily flashing. I haven't seen Joseph Osai in any of these clips. And listen, I'm not down there. I'm not watching every practice. But I just haven't heard anything about Joseph Osai or seen any clips where I'm like, damn, Joseph Osai is killing it. Like, and he really came on at the end of last year. So should we be concerned that Joseph Osai has reverted back to the Joseph Osai we've seen at times where he's just non-existent when he's out on the field?
Man, that's a good point that I never really even thought about, Dale. But you're right. I've heard a lot of stuff about Miles Murphy. Now we hear a lot about Shamar Stewart, and Trey Henderson was always because of the contract dispute. But you're right. I haven't heard anything from Joseph Osai besides that locker room interview he did where it seemed like the focus was on saying the word spring because he fucked up and said fall at first. But I haven't heard anything. If anybody in the chat's heard anything good about Joseph Osai or bad, because like you said, Dale, crickets.
Yeah. Yep. Because I've seen more about, and Mike Hodges is a linebacker coach. Thank you for that, GC3. But Chris Jenkins has flashed. I haven't seen him as much about McKinley Jackson, but then again, is he in more of a run stuffing role? Because it's kind of similar with Slayton, right? We've just heard Slayton's a big, monstrous guy in the middle. But I don't even need to see TJ Slayton constantly flashing. I just need him to be a big-ass presence in the middle that is stout against the run.
But, Dale, Al Golden said that Chris Jenkins has some pass rush moves. Al Golden says Chris Jenkins has pass rush moves.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I love Chris Jenkins, man. His attitude is just infectious.
I have one. It's a Glenn Goodberry Buffalo on the brain hat. So I do have a Bills hat.
Yeah.
I have one more item. And I technically have that 513. I have 2 clothing items that are Bills more than Chop has Washington. I'm never beating the allegations of being a closet.
I do have. I was going to say I don't have any other team, but I do have that one shirt where DeMar died, and then came back to life, and I watched that. I did get the Buffalo, like the Who Day and their mascot, like hugging each other or whatever, and now it's an undershirt though. I cut the sleeves off like you, Dale, and I wear it under.
Yeah. Cutting sleeves off is the way to go, Chop. It's the only way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You can get tank tops in the shop.
Yes, you can.
Pre-cut sleeves.
I am excited to watch the Bengals play. If the starters don't play, okay.
I don't care.
But I'm excited to watch Cincinnati Bengals. I'm excited to see these rookies. I'm excited to see, like we talked about, Barrett Carter. I'm excited to see Shamar Stewart. Like, you got to play him, I feel like. He needs as many reps as possible, period.
Every rep.
And I even think, like, Miles Murphy. Like, if Miles Murphy's going to be a starter, I still want to see Miles Murphy getting reps. Same thing you mentioned, Jordan Battle. Like, it wouldn't hurt to see him get some reps. I think the defense definitely should get a series starters.
Yes,
even if
they should get a fucking half. They should get a half because it's a new defense, man. And especially like this game. So this is perfect because if the Eagles aren't going to play their starters, put our starting defense out there and let them gel, let them get used to this against the Eagles' second string. It seems like it would be easier for them, right? Instead of going up against the starters.
Yeah, absolutely. Cam Taylor-Bright, he hasn't seen the field. Say, hey, has he been hurt, by the way?
I mean, that's what we're assuming, right? We don't know what else it would be. He's been there at practice cheering guys on, but he hasn't been practicing the last few days.
Yeah.
It's the best way to sling dildos,
it's
man.
True. I can neither confirm nor deny of what it's like to throw a dildo onto a WNBA game, though. Just saying. I haven't done that.
Right.
Did you see there was prop bets for like what color the next one would be?
Dildos aren't cheap, man. People are really investing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on now.
Maybe they're Temu. Maybe Temu's got a special on dildos right now. You get like bulk.
A dozen. You get like a dozen.
Get like
a dozen for $5.
Yeah, for like $5 from Temu.
Yeah, for $4.99.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wild times in the WNBA. Wild times, but
I think it's just okay. I don't listen. just lightly on the WNBA, like I don't disagree that they should get paid more, but the problem is you can't pay someone fucking $10 an hour when you're only making $2 an hour coming in. If you want to get paid more, you have to put fucking asses in the seats. If you start filling those games and people start paying attention more to the WNBA, you're going to get paid more. But you can't just pull money out your ass that ain't there. Like, I feel bad for those girls because they are good. Some of them could probably play in the NBA. But the fact of the matter is the WNBA is what it is, and people don't go see it as much. Now, I think they're seeing it more now because of this whole controversy between Brittany and Caitlin, right? That's fucking huge. I don't even watch the shit, and I know that.
I like Sophia.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. You know who she is. From LSU.
Yeah, her name's not Brittany, is it?
It is now.
What is her name? I really can't think of her name.
Angel Reese. Angel Reese.
Yeah, Angel Reese. Yeah,
her friends call her Brittany.
Brittany Griner. You know, that's
friends
probably
call
who
her
you're
Brittany.
thinking of.
And we're friends.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, to be fair, and Angel Reese, they have put asses in seats. So
exactly
for them, but
well,
yeah,
you got to keep doing that.
Right. I like Sophia Cunningham too. Has
see here, the NBA pays their players and they lose money. Maybe those leagues just don't like making money, so pay them.
It is crazy when you see how much like the players in the WNBA, like the top player in their league, I would personally take a pay cut to go there.
Yeah,
if I was getting paid that.
He says Anton says Angel Reese is fine, but he loves him some Asia Wilson.
I'll do all of them.
Yeah,
and same time. And plus, I got boner pills now, so I'm good to go.
And this WNBA moment was brought to you by the Chop Shop 513.
Yep, that's right.
MyShopify.com.
You can go and find none of your WNBA gear.
Yeah.
But we got some Bengals stuff. Who day?
Yep.
All right, guys. It's been a fun show. We got actual football on Thursday. We'll be back on Friday to talk about it. Wednesday, I will be on here to talk summer scouting edge prospects. We're to the defense now. Me and my buddy Newt will be breaking down defensive linemen on the edge position. Not that the Bengals will necessarily take them, but it's a summer scouting in general show. Go back and look at it and be like, damn, you were wrong. You were really wrong. It's true. The update. Give the update, Chop.
Hookers and Blow, man. For Christmas time, we're only 4 months away from the annual reading for Christmas of Hookers and Blow on our Bengals and Brews Christmas show.
No, I do have Cleve Lubin, which is a hell of a name. Clev, however you say it. But he is on my list of players, and I have watched him, but he is not my top 10, Ryan. But you can check out Draft to the Future, I believe is what it's called, where Ryan Sparks breaks down Cleve Lubin from Louisville. Yeah. All right. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We will be back.